Oh, anchoring.
Hang on a minute. Um, there we go. Okay, it's still not live on Facebook. I don't know why. So just hang on a minute before you. Um, no, it's live.
No, it's live.
And it's very dim. Let's turn up the brightness. It's better.
Yeah, that's it.
So good
It's funny
morning.
how we've got
So
different angles for the different screens, isn't it?
totally, because that one reverses for some reason.
Yeah.
Um.
Mm-hmm.
So Stuart has
Yeah.
picked the topic. I don't know.
No.
No, let's just be honest.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
just keep it real.
Keep it real.
So this morning I have been mucking out horses. Then I had a one-on-one Pilates lesson from 8 till 9, one-on-one Pilates, and then that finished like 9:15, and then I'm literally grabbing my smoothie and a cup of tea to join you guys live this morning. So what are we talking about? Tell me.
Well, this morning I got up after Suze as usual and tried to sort out the young woman for her schooling before we come on live here. And it was just something I was just trying to think about what kind of discussions and all that kind of stuff. And and what came to me was, anchoring. Does anchoring mean? Um, how does it impact you? What's your perception of it, and so forth? Because that anchoring, uh, I was reminded of that when we went to a doTERRA convention in Glasgow, was it a couple of years ago when there
Oh
was
yeah.
snow?
Mm-hmm.
And we did mini tables of different teachings on different parts of it. And one of them was actually how to use doTERRA essential oils for anchoring your moods, your disposition, and your feelings.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it was maybe quite timely with everything that's been going on, how people are out with their normal routines, although they're developing new ones and stuff like that. What anchoring is and
Mm-hmm.
what it's about, stuff like that.
Okay.
So,
So tell me.
well, my view of anchoring, it really is it's a kind of like a behavioural sort of thing, where we associate certain
Medium
types of
reviews.
information that we've gathered, and it influences the decisions we make on future things attached to that. It's like benchmarking a feeling or a smell or a sound or a touch or a feel or something like that. And it's how it affects the emotions. Um, you know,
Sorry, we keep getting phone calls and other.
Susie's getting phone calls.
It's that time of day. Everybody's
Um,
awake.
and how it influences the decisions that we actually make and the feelings that we have. And I think that's quite, a powerful thing at the moment, how
Morning,
people are
Claire.
feeling and how they associate with it. So.
Cool. So give me an example of how you use anchoring.
Um, well, for example, if I am looking at, um, golfing for me is an anchoring of a sense of feel good. Um, it gives you a clear mind, and it makes me feel positive about stuff.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's a particularly good one, but um, you can anchor, uh, you know, experiences you've maybe had with sadness, or people that you actually meet who make you feel not great. You're whenever you think about them, the anchoring you've got attached to that person can give you a physiological change. It can make you feel demotivated. It can make you feel a bit sad and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But equally the same way around,
Yeah.
people that you can't wait to see, your anchoring of them is upbeat, is positive. Can't wait to see them. You're lighting your feet
Good morning,
and so
Claire.
forth. So,
So for me, I use anchoring a lot. Like if I have a specific goal or if I'm visualizing something, I will use like a certain smell or a certain piece of music or a certain affirmation
mhm.
to do that. When I'm teaching meditation, um, I kind of suggest to people you can use anchoring during meditation or any kind of habit. starting any kind of habit or whatever, using anchoring can really support that. So the type of thing I would say is for someone who's just beginning their meditation practice, maybe always do it in the same place at the same time with the same smell. Like, so maybe like a certain morning, Lisa, maybe use like the same candle or the same essential oil or the same um piece of music. Yeah. As you do that, because it anchors you into that state of like when you light that candle again or when you smell that smell, you're like, oh, it returns you to that state and that sensation of peace that your meditation maybe give you. Um, Music's a great one.
Yeah.
So anchoring is like association, really.
Yeah.
You use
Yeah.
something to anchor a certain mood,
Yeah.
state, or behavior.
Yeah.
So yeah, music is what I was going to say there. So I have a certain piece of music that when I listen to, it just really connects me to my writing. So when I was writing, was I writing? Because I don't feel like it was my book, because I don't think I was aware of the person then. What have I been doing a lot of writing of recently?
Your morning
Maybe
stuff?
my membership when I was creating that. Or I don't know. But there's a certain piece of music I listen to and it just, yeah, like if I need to write stuff for my membership, my monthly membership, I put that music on and it just gets me back into that state. So sometimes we can do these things subconsciously without even knowing that we're using
Totally.
anchoring. Equally, as you mentioned, you could have negative anchors that you maybe want to clear, like you don't want certain smells remind you of certain things or
Experiences at times in your
emotional
life.
things, traumas, all sorts of things.
Tunes remind you of certain eras. As you say, smells, because it's not just a conscious, it's very much a subconscious or unconscious anchoring type of experience. That, when you're somewhere and you smell something and you automatically get a memory hook unhooked
Yeah.
and you're flashed back to an experience. It
So
could
that's
be
a
right
good
back
point. So
kids and all that,
anchoring
yeah.
is like memory hooks, as you put it, I suppose, as well.
Could be, yeah.
So do any of you like use this? Have you used this in the past? Is it something that you maybe you didn't even know you used, but you actually used to support you in creating a positive behavior or pattern? As I said, I've used it for visualization. I use it in meditation. I kind of teach that as a tool to support people. But yeah, what's
Could
coming
that
up for
be-
you guys this week as well?
Aye.
I'm not feeling very aligned with the subject, but maybe it's because it was just very last
Yeah.
minute.
I
Or
was
I'm
looking at a
just-
number of things.
Yeah.
But I think in terms of, I suppose a lot in work about how people are feeling, about the association you have to certain information, and so forth. Because anchoring is, because it can be, and a lot of subconscious and conscious sort of things. It's tend to rely a little bit too much on immediate information we have on a certain experience or a situation. And that then becomes a point of reference. And it's been able to kind of try and break that about how somebody might be feeling, they're depressed or low mood or anxious about something, but really when they get to the end of it is that they're not really that anxious about it, or it's their perception
I'm
of it.
sorry, I'm totally confused by what
Is
we're
that
talking
right?
about today.
Okay. Okay.
So, do you want to speak about something else, or do you want to explain it a
Yeah.
bit more?
No, let's talk about something
How
else
do
then.
you use it? Like tell me more about how.
Well,
like,
smells for me help me, and as you just explained earlier there about reminding me of certain types of things. If I want to feel a certain way, I'll put a certain smell on, or clothes can be an anchor for me if it makes me want to feel confident or positive or upbeat or professional. I'll wear certain types of clothing. So it's those kind of anchor things that we can use quite easily in our day-to-day sort of life that can make us feel a certain type of way.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing I was thinking about.
Cool. So yeah, so I get that. So like yesterday I was writing down planning my month ahead, for example, and certain things like you were saying about clothes, like dressing a certain way, or like do my makeup, or like doing things make me feel more confident in showing up, whether people
Yeah,
are seeing me
yeah,
that day or not, like on a Zoom or whatever, like or
yeah,
not. Just it makes me feel more confident in
absolutely.
myself.
And it's a bit like the working from home. When we first started working from home, not because of the pandemic, but because of moving locations and stuff like that, it was about getting up in the morning and still putting your work clothes on, even though you're at home, to make you feel that you're actually at work, and not just getting up and wearing what you've been wearing and stuff like that. So anchoring that,
Mm.
associated to your work pattern, um, kind of thing, was really important because it makes you feel good, makes you feel positive and stuff like that. So. But it would be very interesting to see what other people's views are, on their own view in terms of anchoring, and whether it's positive or negative, or what kind of views and impacts they've actually had, on it. Because I suppose it can come from lots of different angles in that respect.
Cool. Go and pass me that book on resilience down just now. I just feel like I keep staring at it like there's something I need to share in it. The black one down next shelf, right there. Perfect. Let's have a little flick and a reading. Creative solutions. Okay, I'm just going to read you whilst we see if any of you guys use anchoring. I'm just going to read you this reading. It's from a book called Resilience. Haven't read it. I've read parts of it. And I'm just going to flick it open and see what it's got for us today. Creative solutions. If your path is blocked, create an alternative route. Creativity is your ultimate weapon. For example, if you want to meditate but don't have time, practice mindfulness in the shower each morning. If you want to learn French but can't afford tuition, listen to an audio language lesson when you exercise. If you want to start saving but can't afford it, start putting some money aside every month. Whenever you hit an obstacle, find a creative way to climb over it or go around it. Never let it stop you. Patience and perseverance have a magical effect before which difficulties disappear and obstacles vanish. Like it.
Interesting. Mm-hmm.
Patience and perseverance of a match. I think that's something we're very good at, you and me, Stu. Creative solutions. Vicky uses music to help her anchor certain states, to anchor certain emotions. Music's a really powerful one. So typically, like now I think anchors are very focused around senses.
Mm-hmm.
So sight, smell, like how you feel like connecting in with things that trigger your senses. And I think the more senses you can engage actually when you anchor, probably the more powerful the anchor will be.
You think so?
Yeah, so like say we had say there was something we wanted to achieve, right? And then we were like, okay, we're gonna do this, we're gonna put on this music, we're gonna use this oil, we're gonna say this certain thing, we're gonna
Okay.
like change our state, get ourselves into a certain like mindset, then that is gonna more powerfully connect, I would think.
Connect to that. Yeah. Interesting, because it's such a varied subject that can mean so much to so many.
Or so little
Or
to
so little to
many
so
this
many for
morning.
that matter.
I think I'm just like maybe a bit tired. Lisa,
She's
I
been too
love
cracked.
I Pilated and mucked out, and I'm a bit like, woo. Lisa, I love music and oils to help me anchor. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful.
Yep.
So yeah, definitely using the tools that we have to help us anchor. Good morning, Nicole. Can be really, really helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
But I think that's right. I think it is about senses. It's about things like intensity of experience. It can actually influence the kind of anchoring you have on something. It can be the uniqueness of something. Something unusual that doesn't happen very often. You will remember it pretty quickly. That could be sort of a factor. Something the timing of the anchoring. You're a morning person, so 5:30 for you, kind of your anchoring at that time is what you actually do in the morning. the replication of it, how often does it happen can be
Yeah, I
an
think
impact.
replication is a good point.
Yeah. Maybe the number of times,
Hmm.
that something happens.
Yeah. Clear. Anchors gently ground us back to being conscious in that moment. Sometimes lighting a candle to signal the
Hmm.
shift could be an anchor,
Yeah.
perhaps. Absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, it definitely is creating this, yeah, making the moment more significant.
Hmm.
Definitely. So we're less adrift. Yeah.
Yeah. So I suppose the opposite of anchoring is looseness. It's no effect. It's
It's lack of consciousness,
unfastened.
I
It's
suppose, as
nothing.
Claire's
Nothing
saying. It's just
fixed.
like you're not
Yeah.
actually
No
consciously
association.
associating to
Yeah.
that moment.
I suppose. Pardon me. Excuse me. We learned from Tony about your state. The anchoring of that, which if you're feeling a bit flat, your shoulders are forward and all that kind of stuff, is just changing your physicality, or as he called it, make your move, which you made a move for yourself, and it kind of changed the whole kind of way you actually viewed stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Your things, make a move, make a move, that kind of thing. You see what I mean? There you go. Makes you left.
Just to get you in the
Get you
zone.
flowing, get
you
that
in
blood
the
going.
zone.
Yes, as opposed to leaning on and
Awesome.
stretching.
Cool. So how are we all this fine week? Beautiful people. How is this week going for you?
At sea, Claire says.
Yeah, so we're less adrift
Drift
and
and
all
all
at sea.
yes.
Um,
I need to put my glasses on for that, you see.
mhm. So what have you got on today, my loves? We've got lots of animal stuff to do today,
Yeah.
and I'm looking after animals and various things,
Mhm.
and I've got some Reiki for clients later.
We've got to realign some fencing,
Realize some fencing.
keep the boys in.
And yeah, I've got lots of emails and things to reply to, so if you've emailed me and haven't replied, sorry. It's today's mission admin, I'll call today. So yeah, I don't know. So if anybody's got any ideas of what they might like us to talk about next week, please let us know. Reach out, tell us, let us know. That would be awesome. What do you
So,
think?
is that Nicole? We're out of isolation, so we're very
Oh,
happy.
yay! Amazing.
Excellente.
Oh, chuff for you, Nicole. I bet. I hope you guys are healing well and feeling a lot better. Today the jungle is real. I'm working, studying, painting. Yeah, fun times, Claire. Fun times. The
Yep.
juggle. Yeah, the juggle is real for sure. I had that yesterday. It was like actually just had to laugh because I had a child, a dog, chickens. I was trying to work. Lily was sitting beside me with a random set of ear defenders that she'd found somewhere. Um, yeah, running in and out with sushi and all sort. It was just a really bizarre, surreal experience
Strange
trying to
day.
work yesterday with my daughter beside me.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah.
You don't
I
want
get
that
it.
to remind you of Mondays, then, do you?
I get the juggle, absolutely. Lisa's got a restful day, then walk with her mum friends. Nice, 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 nice. Yeah, hopefully the
Excellent.
day stays nice and dry for you, my love, and you can get out with your little bubba, get some fresh air. A walk is definitely in order at some point. I had been avoiding my walks because my back was so sore, but that's kind of settled, so I'm looking forward
Pelvis.
to
Yep.
yeah, pelvis is feeling better and getting back into that for sure.
Definitely
So,
walking is an association of that, isn't it? You know you're going to be able to go and have a nice walk, and it makes you feel a bit more upbeat and
yeah,
positive
absolutely.
and that.
Get in nature, clear the head.
Get it?
Brilliant. Well, have an amazing day.
Yes, sir.
Sending you guys so much love. And yeah, have a good one. Enjoy your walks. Enjoy the juggle of mum life, Claire and Nicole. I know you got kids at home as well. So yeah, it's we'll go and see what our one is
She's got
up to. She's got a
Zoom.
class Zoom or something.
Yep.
So we'll see. Make sure that she's suitably attired. i.e. out
Putting
of
the
her
neck up.
pajamas
Yes,
for
aye,
once.
exactly. That's her starting to hanker her schooling. isn't it?
Yeah, she's desperate to just be
Mm-hmm.
homeschooled now, is she? She
Yeah.
just like doesn't want to go back. But she will be.
See, I'm not too sure if that's because of our exceptional parenting teaching or whether she doesn't want to go to school.
I think it's the more relaxed
Yeah,
approach suits
yeah.
her.
Yeah, I think so.
So yeah, it'd be good for her to get back with her chums. Cool. Mara gets away for a dog walk in nature.
Excellent.
Beautiful. Ace. Cool. I can see my sister's just joined. I'm away to phone you back in a minute, Emma. So love to
Have a
you
super
all. And I will see you all soon.
Indeed.
Okay.
See you later.
Bye. Back next